Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. Today's Batchery prompt is number 37. A serial killer on his way to prison gets abducted by the vengeful relatives of his many victims. Ooh. Oh. Frankly, top of my head, I would say that this is a true blue scumbag. Maybe a connected scumbag, though, so he's kicking back and riding on a prison bus. Might be some other folks on there. Then they just come out of nowhere. Boom. Take out the bus. Boom. Get inside. Boom. Disable the guards. Boom. Cut you loose. They're in masks. They don't say a word. They grab you. And you think you're being like rescued. And they throw you in an SUV and uh, they drive you off someplace and they say, okay, lose the clothes. And you change, they cut you loose. They change your clothes. They don't say much to you. It's like, okay, what's going on here? Who are you with? It's like, we're taking you to see the man. Don't worry, it's a good thing. There's money involved. Money involved. Okay. Yeah, just shut up and wait for your payday. That's enough to make you shut up and not give any grief. So they roll you off, and a few hours later, you get to a place in the middle of nowhere, and they gave you something to eat, and you eat, and it's like, okay. They take you in a room, they sit you down, and door closes, and all you see in the room is a monitor and a machine and a remote control that says play me. And you hit play, and that's when you realize you're in trouble, because on that screen are more pictures of people you've killed. It's like a slideshow, and you're like, oh expletive deleted. And you're like, okay. And you decide you want to leave now, and the doors open, and in come from all, let's say you're like in a I don't know, like a weird room in an old abandoned hunting lodge. All the doors open up and guys come in with guns and masks, and they take their masks off and you recognize none of them. So apparently these are like relatives of your victims. And basically what's going to happen here is you get a head start. Then we're going to hunt you. And here's your weapon. And they give you a stick. Best of luck. If you make it to town, which is 15 miles south by southwest away, like nearest town, south by south. You even drove through it. You make it to town, you live. If you don't, well, hunting trophy. And then they basically press play and they show you like this room full of heads. It's like, who are you guys? Well, we find people like you and we hunt. I mean, it's one thing to hunt an innocent person or, someone who's military trained and all that stuff, but we like to hunt people who really, really have, not only do they deserve it, but they have the skills to make things interesting. A true killer. And here's the funny thing. If you make it, you can join us if you want, or we can just pay you a ton of money and let you go. But let the hunt begin right now. I mean, change the stakes. I kind of went a little off prompt there. I mean, to say, okay, the relatives of your many, many victims. Yeah, it could be that you have that meal. They put you in a room, and as you're looking at the different pictures, you black out, and you wake up upside down, and you recognize a few of the mothers of some of the girls you've killed. And as they're appealing for their daughter's safe returns, and the daughters are like long dead. And they make with a table of very sharp and painful implements. Yes, absolutely. Also, here's the thing. Your many, many victims kind of implies that you're a criminal. What if your many, many victims implies that you're a super spy? I mean, imagine doing this to James Bond. Somebody grabbed, like a bunch of his defeated bad guys left dependents, minions, family members behind, friends, lovers. Somebody takes like a head count of people who want James Bond dead, for example, or Jason Bourne or Jack Bauer, insert your spy, and says, okay, we're going to have a revenge party. Let's do this. Different ways to do it here. And I guess a short story would just be from the escape to realizing you're screwed, the end. It could be in the middle of a long and torturous process, if you want to go there nice and dark. It could be he gets loose and escapes. Or it could be this hunt. It could be something else. Or a superhero. Or a supervillain. And being chased by a next generation of superheroes. You want to be in this team? Kill so-and-so and you're in the team. Or maybe it's a black ops agency and this is like an initiation for agents. Like, it's one thing to hunt a hard target. We want you to hunt a legendary hard target and kill this legendary hard target. And the legendary hard target has the weapons and you don't. They give you all the guns you could ever want, and that's what spooks you. It's like, who's coming after me? Oh, this guy named Deadpool, but don't worry, he doesn't have any swords. Was it Deadpool? Or a Wolverine? Or a Hulk? Like, you have all the weapons, but so what? They have all the powers. And it's a battle of wits, and you still somehow kill them all. That would be hysterical, yes. Oh well. And please, I am not trying to steal anyone's intellectual properties. I'm just using it as a common frame of reference. Marvel, please don't sue me. Yeah, those are your characters. I could easily make up my own, but you wouldn't know who they were, now would you? Okay, I'm done. This is Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net for the rest of the podcast. So it's, for now, Batchery. 200 prompts are in a book that is on the website if you want to buy them, along with some writing wisdom. And the prompts are good for writers at any level. If you want to get started, the book is good. If you want just ideas for whatever you might want to touch on next as an experienced author or game designer or comic book writer or evil GM, Batchery's there for you too. There's also a podcast called Disturbing Thought of the Day. Check it out. As for the books, there is the Unheroic series, 25 short stories to a book, stuff like A Vampire Owning Child Support Your Good Guy. There's the Book of Schemes, which is nothing but schemes, like what if the 7 deadly sins operated under a beauty salon? And then there is the novel series, I, Villain. What would happen if you had Sin City with superpowers, floating Gotham City, frankly, and it's the superhuman crime capital of the world. And from there, you have a supervillain who is basically taking over the hero game in the world because there aren't any real heroes left. Most of them were murdered. He even helped. But now there's no one left to save the day, and he has to, okay, fine, I'll save the world, but I'm going to do it my way. Yeah, if you like how I think, maybe like how I write. Till next time, folks.